Turning overseas now, violence is still raging in Egypt over the president's power grab there. NBC's Ayman Mohyeldin is in Cairo with the latest on this. Ayman, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. A few days ago, President Morsi of Egypt was receiving praise from around the world, including U.S. President Barack Obama, for brokering that ceasefire in Gaza. Well, today he's coming under domestic and international criticism for issuing a decree that essentially puts him in conflict with the country's top judges. Now, that political fight is spilling over into the streets, claiming lives and plunging the country's economy into turmoil, and more importantly, it is threatening the country's post-revolutionary progress. For a fourth straight night, protesters attacked the offices of President Mohamed Morsi's Freedom and Justice Party, the political wing of the Muslim Brotherhood. Demonstrators are angry at President Morsi's latest decision, one they say is reverting the country to a dictatorship.
We wanted freedom, we wanted a country of institutions, not symbolized in one person who makes all decisions and nobody can say no.
Morsi's decree gave him legislative powers. It extended the time to write a new constitution by 2 months. Morsi's decisions are beyond judicial challenges, and he also dismissed the country's attorney general. Now, the attorney general, backed by the country's powerful judges, many of whom were appointed by former dictator Hosni Mubarak, are fighting back. They have called for a nationwide strike in the courtrooms. President Morsi and other Islamist parties have blamed Egypt's judiciary for blocking key reforms, acquitting former regime officials, and annulling a democratically elected parliament. It's why President Morsi on Friday told his mainly Islamist supporters he issued his sweeping decree, and why many across the country are backing his decision.
The president's decisions are good and we support him. He's working hard and working for the people's interests. We are with him.
But the showdown between the executive and judicial branches of government has plunged the country's streets and markets into turmoil. Today, Egypt's stock market lost 4% of its value in the opening minutes of trading. On Sunday, officials had to suspend trading after the market lost nearly $9 billion, or 10% of its value. Now the country's political opposition forces are uniting and calling for massive demonstrations on Tuesday. Despite the tensions on the street, there is a little bit of optimism in the air. President Morsi will be meeting with some of those judges later today to try and broker some kind of an agreement to get them out of this political crisis. But if not, all attention will shift to Tuesday, when thousands of protesters and opponents of the president are expected to hold competing rallies just a few miles away. It may be some time before calm returns to the streets of Egypt. Matt?
All right, Ayman Mohyeldin in Cairo this morning. Ayman, thank you very much.